So good evening everybody, this is Ashman and today is the 26th day of my English speaking practice and the communication skills practice. And I am very glad that I came after a long time gap because I was busy in some engagement stuffs and many more things that is taking place in my between me and making my videos. Right? Okay. So this is Aish Kumar with new energy, new concept, new body language and with new learnings, new information. So this is what it is. I am still consistent with my effort and very glad with it, and I appreciate myself with it as I do in most of my videos. So, what is today's video? What is today's video? In last videos, we have seen the man who didn't look right. Right? Sorry for the external voice or external disturbance. Right? Okay. What we have learned in last videos? A man who didn't look right. And that what we have learned? That a man, when his daughter came, she recognized him without even testing him inside. Means without even conducting a test for his father inside, like taking blood test and all, she recognized him. And the most means what to say in most that man who is most energetic uh, at some time within an hour is going for an operation. So that's what it is. But now today's video is something different. So let's start with today's video. The secret of self-control. The secret of self-control. Have you seen the movie Welcome? In that what Nana say? Control, 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 control. And one more dialogue has came from there. That Akshay Kumar. Miracle, miracle. Right? Okay. But this is not that control. That control is something different. Like firing one and also telling something. But here it is talking about self-control. Here it is talking about self-control. So what is it? An experiment has been conducted at the time of Vietnam War in 1971. In 1971, a Vietnam War is going to take place. At that time, an experiment has been conducted by Robert Groove, and that is from Connecticut, and Morgan Murphy from Illinois. What they have conducted is they have conducted the test about the heroin addicts in Vietnam and the US, and they were shocked that almost 15% of soldiers were heroin addicts. 15%. And when they conducted the same study on service members, the members who are going for studies, means who are going for service, means who are basically employees, corporate employees or anything, and it has seen that 35% of them are heroin addicts. Heroin addicts. And 20% not heroin addicts have tried heroin, 35%, and 20% of them are heroin addicts. So these are the surveys that they have done. But what Robin found, this Robin has found that so means those soldiers who have returned home, and 5% of them are only re-addicted when they have gone to the battalion. Right? What does it say? That the environment matters. Your friends, family, what your circle is does matters. Right? Okay. 12% relapsed in within 3 years. 12% relapsed means 12% have, but means this shows that 9 out of 10 soldiers have quit their addiction nearly overnight. This is the power of self-control. What is self-control? Before starting with let's talk about what is self-control. This can be given as an example, right? You have heard, I think, that whenever someone starts drinking a cigarette, starts having a cigarette, what he is told that if a person quit it in the beginning of getting addicted, then that person can quit it. But when it has gone to the extent like chain smoker and all, then it will be very difficult for them to addict to get. To cut it from their life. So this is what it is. This is what I want to say. That smoking, when quitted at the first time, means when you are beginning it, that will be okay. But when it goes to the chain smoker or the ultimate level, then it will not be. Okay, one more example. Let me ask you about self control. Is self control short term or long term? Means can you control yourself for short term or the long term process? According to this, it is written as it can be cured for short term, but it is not that it cannot be cured for long term. I know you do not understand the point, but let me tell you. A thing that can be cured for short term can also be cured for long term, right? Let's assume, let's assume you have the addiction of eating sugars, eating sugar. You have the addiction of eating sugar, or let's take the sweets. I'm not about talking about brown sugar. I'm talking about sugars, simply sugars, right? Although here it is written heroin addicts, but I am talking about only sugar. You know, in scientist view, what it is told as, or in Ayurveda also, what is told as, meetha is zahar. But suppose we are eating it, we are having it since our childhood. Sugar. In milk we consume it. In coffee we consume it. In sweets that we consume, in it also it is dipped there, and many more stuffs. Many more stuffs. Right. So how can we cure sugar? Means a person who is addicted to sugar, or let me talk about an obese person who is addicted to sugar. Is it easy for him to get resist himself from the sugar? No, of course not, because it has been years and years. Means whenever he got the craving, he has gone out and cure his cravings with eating sweets, right? So what is self control? And self control cannot be, how this self control can be from long term to short term. Let's let me talk about one more addiction, that is, means in this world about 99% I think are addicted to it, and that is none other than this phone. Why I'm saying that? Because the productivity, as you will see the research of scientists, means the research that has been conducted, the productivity of a person and also the focus time of the person has grown from this to this, or even this ground level. Means a fish, there was a fish who has the capacity. Let's talk about this starfish, yes. He has the capacity to focus for 8 seconds or the 9 seconds, and you will get shocked when you will heard about our focus time. Means the average world's population focus time has been limited to 8 seconds only. Means that is less than the fish. You can imagine how disaster it is going to be in the future. What is going to happen? Means a fish can beat us in the focus part. Means we cannot focus at one thing for 8 seconds. How we will focus it for years and years while doing job? So we are talking about self control. Self control is suppose how the self control, how this addiction first takes place. You've heard about many of the people that a person is very good at home. Is a person who has studied till 12th at home is very good in behavior and many more things. But when he has gone out, he was addicted in some extra activities like smoking, drinking, and also many more things like having drugs and all. Why this will happen? Why? Because a person sitting at home. Okay, let me talk about my example. Let me give you my example. Okay, suppose I have the what to say. I am very interested in this. I am very much interested in study, right? Okay, but my group circle has been that they are smoking, drinking, and all many more things they are doing. Then can you think I can resist them? I can resist them for 1 year, 6 months, for 6 months and 1 year, and what will happen more than that? That is my question. So, in getting addiction, the environment also matters. In getting addiction, the environment also matters, right? If you don't want to become a boxer, if you don't want to become a boxer, then go into the means the community there where boxing takes place, and you will be the next boxer. If you don't want to be a footballer, just go and give your name to the football association where the footballer has been trained, and you will be the next footballer. So this is what environment matters. Self control. Sorry for the disturbance. Sorry for the disruption. Hmm. So this is what self control is. I'm sorry for my flow has been broken, but it's all right. So this is what it is. The secret to self control. Secret to, because self control is short term. Let's assume. Let me ask you one thing. We are addicted to this phone. Okay. Suppose I am studying here and I keep my phone there in the first room. Okay. How many times will I do it? How many times? 1 day, 2 day, mostly 1 week. More, and what will happen? According to this book, it is given that if you can't seem to get any work done, leave your phone in an other room for a few hours, right? But is it for long term or the short term? According to me, it is short term. According to me, it is short term. Why? Because if I'm leaving something in a other room, then it is my choice that I will go and take that phone in my room. Right? If you don't have the self control towards saving your money or investing your money, then what will happen? Your money will go without your concern. That's why my first habit is that whenever my father gives me the money, I cut means I put some sort of money for the investment or the savings. And whenever I take the money from that account, I give it 5% interest, or I give 10% interest to that account, so that my hand should shiver at next time while taking money from that account. This is self control. Means you have put yourself in that situation that you cannot come without doing that. Let me tell you one example of self control. Do you know Alexander the Great? There was a king who asked him that why did you not means no, I think some other person. Let's focus on the question. What the question is? The person asked from the Alexander that why you have not lost any battle? Why you have not lost any battle? What he said was, whenever I go to do the battle with the other state, I go by the route of sea and I burn my boats or ship, whatever it is, the whole boat. Means there is no chance to coming out of it. Means running out of that war. Only the thing will be two consequences: the victory or the death. Either the victory or death. This mindset leads me to never lose any battle. This is what self control is. Self control comes when you put yourself in that situation where you don't want to be. Where you don't want to be. Right? That's why it is said that you go to the gym instead of doing home workout. I did not get it earlier, but now I got it why it is. Because at home you will be alone and no one will be your companion to do the exercise. If you do, then it will be give you benefits, and if you don't do, then also it will not give you benefit. But at the gym, whenever you hit the gym, the environment is like that you need to do the gym. Means वहाँ पे कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है कि आपको भागना है, आप जा भी सकते हो बट देयर इज नो ऑप्शन. आप वहाँ पे खड़े रह के बस देख सकते हो. The trainer or the gym owner will make you do that because you have paid for him, and he has to, and what he has to, and he has to make his reputation, build his reputation, and also maintain the reputation. So according to me, what is self control? Self control is that, suppose a good person being in that environment where the person is addicted to cigarettes and smoking and also drugs and alcohol, will also be the next person being involved in that category. That's why it is said that if you want to be a millionaire, go in the, means your 4 to 5 friends will be, should be of that mentality, then you will be the next millionaire. That's why environment matters. Environment matters. This is what self control is. So according to me, self control is a short term process and not the long term. But if you want to keep it for long term, then you need to do something like let me ask you, means I've given the example of sugar. What we can do in self control when we are using sugar? Suppose you are addicted to sugar or the sweets, okay? Not to cut it down from, means not to cut it down right at the beginning when you start means not consuming sugar. Means suppose I am consuming sugar till yesterday, and from today I've taken the pledge that I will not eat sugar. Then it will be for long term or short term. But the thing what we can do is, if you are taking 1 spoon of sugar, then we can consume, means little less, little less, little less, little less, and the time will come when we will not consume it. Let me give you my example. In Ranchi, I do not consume sugar at all. I'm talking about raw sugar or the sweets. But whenever I go to my hometown, I have to consume it. Means I consume it. But in Ranchi, I do not take advantage or the I do not take any of the actions that is related to sugar or sweets. Now you'll ask me that did I drink cold drink? No, I do not drink cold drink. Instead of cold drink, I drink nimbus and also the this pulpy orange juice that is. But I know that also contains sugar, but some sort of sugar, not that much. I've seen its ingredients and all. So self control is very important thing, and it is built. It can be built for long term. It can be built for long term. If I want to quit my mobile, then I will. I do three things. First, I put on the timer that Instagram do that this much time will only my social media time. Okay. Second thing, I keep it in the cupboard. I keep it in the cupboard. But it is also for short term because I have not got any result from it. So the thing is that your mobile should be aside, and whatever you have to do, you should do, and there is no restrictions. So that is what it is. So this is my time, and I'm very glad that I've given many more information with examples. But I know today my energy is low because I don't know why my throat is means I'm getting some type of joke in my throat. That's what it is. So, but that's also my time, and I'm very happy that I've completed my this video. And tomorrow I will come up with something new, and that will blow your mind. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Thank you so much.